guys, what's up? I am still having a little creaky deep time with this ridiculous system here. I guess I have to use this screen in the meantime. Holy cow. That's fine though. That is fine. All right, so I'm about to get started in a few minutes. I just want to see if there's anyone that I'm supposed to be thanking today. Well, how's this? Before I thank anyone else, let me thank you if you're showing up. If you're just passing through, I want to thank you for the day. How's that? All right. So while I'm looking, I was actually listening to a guy just now before I do anything. So I might as well just keep playing this guy while I'm searching for my stuff. Right. Let me just play this guy I was listening to. I don't even know his name.
Let's express it today. Now, stick with me, folks. In a minute, I'm going to ask
Give
you
me a second. I'm just going to get all my stuff together here.
So let me say, full disclosure, I'm a registered Republican. I've been a Republican ever since I came out of the womb. I voted Republican. And I know by me saying that alone, I'll probably lose half my audience. But it shouldn't be that way. And here's the root of my problem. There's an element that's trying to divide us, I think. Just because I view things one way and someone else views things the other way, we're not enemies. We're people. We're citizens of the same republic, folks. And that is the root of my concern. I turned on the news this morning and saw one story about the president. Watched it, listened to it, absorbed it, and then I turned on the other channel, and it was the exact same opposite story about the president. Now, right or wrong, that's not to say, or that's not the issue here. The issue is, how can two things be true at the same time? I mean, on certain instances, yes, but the sky is blue. You can't refute that. The sky can't be green at the same time. This tree is a tree. It's not a.
I think I know what he's trying to say. He just have a lot that he wants to say. Who is this guy? I don't know. But anyway, that's cool. But I know what he's trying to say. And unfortunately, that's just the state that we're in now. I don't even think that it's ever been any different throughout history. I think it's probably more magnified now because of we're so interconnected and we're getting like 100 like on the second by second update on everything. So we know more about each other now. Well, we know of each other more now. Am I saying that better? We know of each other. I don't know if we know each other more. I think we know of each other. We can update our information quicker, but whether we know each other, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, so I have a, let me start off. I have a G5 here, and I want to give big ups to two people. Okay, let me see. Can I even show this? Can I show this? Can I even show this? Is it working? Maybe I can. Let's see. Yeah, I could probably show this. All right. So this person said, got mine working again. Thanks for the video. So this is about the Shark of Hoover makes a muffled sound. What it was is that a lot of these, give me a second, guys. Hey. Yeah, my apologies. Hey, I'm filming right now. Can I call you back? All right. So, what do you do, bro? Film. So, yeah. So we were able to get that back up and running. What happens when the Hoovers, and I think it's the Hoovers, and also a lot of vacuums will do this. They have this, they have like a muffle, like it's a spring loaded sensor, an analog sensor, let's say. And when all the suction is cut off from the rest of the vacuum, right? In the motor chamber, the suction is now going to be redirected to the motor chamber, right? Because it's blocked off. So now, like, all the pressure now is going to be built up down here. And then it starts to pull at that string. And then you're kind of hearing like air escaping, I guess. It sounds, sometimes it goes like, so you turn the vacuum on and then it runs for a second, then you hear, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And you don't feel suction. You know it's not a regular sound. So that's what this one was about. And I would recommend if you do that, don't continue to try to use the vacuum. Just try to find a clog somewhere. And if you can't find it, then I guess you can check it out videos, or you can take it to a place next door. All right, that's like a place in town. Who's this one? Thanks so much for this video. It really helped me figure out how to put it back together. I am still having trouble trying to figure out why it won't stay intact. Now this is about a Kirby. Oh, the Kirby belt lifter. What do I say? What do I say? I can't really say. I have to show. Holy cow. I have to show. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this for this person. I'm going to copy, right? I'm going to copy this string. Okay? All right. Let me do this. Exit, right? Share. Get shareable link. Okay. Let's see if we can do this right here. And maybe this person can see this. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say, what time is it now? Take a look. Let me see. Take a look at this video. Golly, what time is it? How long? What's the timestamp? I'm just gonna put it somewhere after the intro. About 10 minutes in. About 10 minutes. I don't know if it's 10 minutes, man. It could be 10 minutes in. Boom. Share. Right? Boom. Okay. I'm going to get a Kirby head, and I'm going to show you what is probably happening. Okay? Giant store bag. Oh, okay. This one was like, what was the strangest thing that you were vacuumed up? And he said a giant garbage bag. All right. I'll respond later. All right. The belt thing is very confusing. Great job explaining. I clearly understand now. Okay, fantastic. This is how to put a Kirby belt on. Okay, well, good. All these guys I'm going to respond to, but right now I think it's best that I get hands-on with showing this person this thing here, and then and actually, believe it or not, it's all Kirby. Not all of it, but here we go. But the other thing I had to do was a Kirby. If you notice, I had the Kirby nozzles here. Not nozzles, mini empters, sorry, and the adapters for the bag. And I was going to show a little bit about these because this one broke. Let me see if you can see it. You can't see it. This one broke, and I was going to show how to replace this. So anyway, and I have some other stuff I was going to do. So let's get that Kirby head up here, and let me probably see if I can show maybe what they're doing or not doing. All right, let me turn. All right, and maybe I can help them fix this problem. All right, here we go. Actually, no. You know what? Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm coming. All right, got it. Woo. All right, let me see if I can see now. Let me go back into the live stream just in case I miss anyone saying what's up, right? Okay? All right, nobody. It's like nobody's there. All right. That's fine. Here we go. was saying earlier, I totally get it. Most people are just not on the same reality path. It's like the multiverse, you know, like what do you call those guys? Avengers and those guys. And it's like we're in the same plane of existence, but we're seeing the world totally different. And it's not because of facts or anything like that. It's just we're interpreting things differently. We're defining words differently. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. Can you see? Yes, we can see. All right. So let's start over from scratch. I'm going to get a T20. This is a T20 torque screw to get this off. Now, this works for the others too. You know, even the G3s, G4, G5s, they're all the same premise. It's only that some of them you have to peel back. Let me show you. Some of them you have to peel back. Like with this one here, you have to peel this off. If you notice this little indent right here, that's where the screw is. Okay, so you have to kind of peel this back just a little bit. You don't even have to take the whole thing off. Just kind of peel it back to about there. Take your screw out. Okay, but I'm gonna, and it's you know, it's all the same after that. All right. Okay, here we go. So this can help this young lady. Oh, person. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. I didn't look at the username, but you know, man, you're getting all right. Here we go. We're gonna take this off. Some stuff's gonna fall out. What's gonna fall out is this here. Okay, this stuff is gonna fall out. Look. See that? All right. So, all that came off. All right, so we're going to start from scratch. Okay? Now, I'm showing you how to put it on, but what I'm really trying to show is why it could still be not in the right spot. Okay? And it has everything to do with this. Sorry, this. Okay? This piece. Now, I'm going to do it the way most of you do it. Okay? Because it's very easy to just show you a very clean version, and you don't see your error in it, okay? And you're saying, what am I doing wrong? It's best that I show you a very raw version, and then you can probably see your own error in it, if you get what I'm saying, all right? So let's give it a shot, all right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this at a 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock setup. If you know what I'm talking about, I mean like this. On the inside though, but I want to show you here. Golly. I want to show you here like this. See that? A 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock setup. So what you're gonna have is one side is gonna be higher than the other. And you're probably not gonna know which side to put it on. You see this little tab right here? Okay? There's a long side and there's a short side. Okay? All right. Now, a lot of the old vacuums, G3s, both sides are the same, so it doesn't even matter. But I want to show you that even if you do it wrong, okay, don't panic. All right. So now, the side that you're going to do it on, let me show you. Okay. See this? One of them is going to be next to this tab right here. Okay. Now, let's say you did it like this, all right? I might be doing this wrong. Hold on. Give me a second. Because, okay. because there are times when you just do these things and it's like, oh, they can't, wait a second. I got to get this shit right again, okay? Let me get it right again because it's been a minute since I had this damn, I put this thing in. So I'm going to do it the same way you're going to do it. And I'll mess it up the same way you'll mess it up, all right? Okay? Yeah, I did it wrong. Yeah, so don't you worry about it. It's like, Swain's like, wait a second. What the hell? What am I doing here? Okay. So now, now that I put this in, okay, it's either going to be sticking up and you're not sure what the hell's going on. Now, I'm not done yet because I still have to put these, all right? But I wanted to show you something. you're gonna put it in here, and it's gonna kind of push it out. Okay, it's gonna kind of push it out like this, and you're like, man, why is it not flush? It's not flush. Okay, that's your first indicator that, all right, maybe I should turn it the other way. Maybe I should put this little guy here, right? Okay, let's do this, right? And then and see if it works the other way. All right, so that's your way of like feeling it out. Okay, because what this is doing is a stopper. Okay, it's a stopper. So you feel yourself out with this, even if you mess up. Don't feel bad about it. Okay, all right. So now you're gonna put your flat guy, and you're gonna put your little spacey guy. All right. Okay. I'm trying to remember if the flat and the spacey is the upside down. I think it's the the wavy guy and then the flat guy. All right. Because what happens? No, I think it's the other way. I think it's the other way. Because my brain is like messing up right now. So don't mind me. But even if you make the same mistake, guys, all I'm telling you is that don't you worry about it. Okay? Because now here's a good way to do this. If you notice, down here has less to work with, and down here is a very deep. So one way you can kind of look at yourself is like, well, if I'm putting this up here, okay, I'm probably going to have less to work with. And if I'm putting it down here, it's deeper. So which one would survive down here? Well, it looks like this guy, what do you call it? The long one is probably best to work down here because it's a stopper. And it's going to probably jam up against this thing right here. Okay? It's a stopper. So when it goes around the circle, it's going to slam this right here. And then this other one is going to either slam here or slam here. So which one is best to be on this side? Probably the shorter one. All right? So you just kind of work your way through it in your thinking. You don't have to feel like you're stuck. Okay? Just kind of visualize what you're trying to solve here. And so even if you mess up like I just did, okay, then you can find your way out of it. You don't have to be like, oh man, I didn't get it perfect. The guy did it and it just showed everything was just perfect. And I don't know. So now that you did that, you can feel whether or not it's sticking. Shoot, damn. See that? You can feel if it's sticking or not. Okay? You can just feel it. Is it flush? Does it feel flush? And if it feels flush, then you're good, all right? Then you get this guy here, okay? And you feel this out the same way. It's gonna fit right inside the little cavities. Let me show you. It's hard to show you here though, but don't worry, I'm gonna find a way to show you, damn it. Watch this. Okay, watch this. Watch this, hold on. You see, it's gonna fit right in the cavity right there. See, the cavity is this little opening here, and this little opening here. It just fits perfectly. Where it is right here. Hold on. Right, right there. It just fits right in there. So when you know what you're looking for, right? Even if you mess up, you know that this has to sit where it makes sense. Even if you think you did it wrong, you put it on the other side. Guess what? It's not going to make sense on the other side. Okay? So you say, all right, my bad. Let me turn it over. It makes sense if I fit it right. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to be like the Kirby whisperer. There we go, folks. It's going right in there. All right, so here it is right there. See that? Okay, so now it's flush. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger here just to kind of hold it while I also hold on this side because I don't want it to fall out. Okay, because it can easily fall out. So I'm just kind of holding it in and holding it there, and I'm going to put my little screw right here. I'm going to do the whole thing over again, but I just wanted to kind of show you that even if you mess up, you can literally walk yourself through the whole thing. Okay? Now, you see that? It's It's right there. Okay? Stopper. And boom. And all those two things they're doing, they're kind of holding it together. You know, the little plastic is just holding it together so you can turn properly. All right? This way and this way. All right, let's do this one more time, okay? We're gonna take this out, and now we're gonna kind of do it as fluid as we possibly can. I know seeing it from an angle and on the screen is not quite the same, but you know, just feel it out, okay? All right, let's do this again. Take these off, and take this out. So we kind of figured that if it was gonna go like this, okay? If it was gonna go like this would make sense down here, the longer one, right? And the shorter one would make sense over here because this is a higher plane, drops, right? So, all right, I'm trying to put this back in. I forgot everything. I forgot how I took it out. I didn't take pictures. You know how we do, right? So just kind of walk yourself through it mentally as you're solving this problem. Okay, let me see what I got. Right? And honestly, man, even if you mess up and you put this guy here, you can figure your way around it. You know, you can kind of figure your way around this. You can find your way around it. Okay. But the other thing, you see these scuff marks on this? You can't really see it too well. Where is it at? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey, man, it's a Kirby Man Figs. That's a cool name. Man Figs. It's a Kirby. Yes, it is a Kirby. All right. But it's scuff marks is because it's like this. It's been doing this for a while. You know what I mean? So most likely this guy is here, and it's good for the spring-loaded action too. But don't feel bad if you didn't quite get it exact. Okay. So now let's put this on. We're gonna put this on nice and easy. It's gonna fit down in there. Okay. And just wiggle until you get it to feel right, okay? All right? Then you double check it. Oh shit, sorry guys, you can't see. Double check it, make sure it looks there. And the next step is we're gonna put our little belt hook, and then you double check it again. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then you hold. If you notice, I'm holding it. Oh, damn it, this damn camera. Sorry guys, I'm holding it. Okay, on both sides to keep it in. So I'm just kind of holding it together. And then I put this guy and I turn it and voila. Now we're in. And you shouldn't have that space. Like a real, it shouldn't be uneven, in other words. A part shouldn't be big and another part. It should be kind of flush all the way around like that. Okay? And that's the long way. I have a shorter version on the site, so you can go how to change a Kirby belt lifter. This is the long, cumbersome way because this is exactly how we repair stuff at the house. Okay, it's never clean. Okay, and just like perfect. It's this. Oh man, damn it! I left this. I forgot to screw it. It's that kind of stuff. And it's good if you can kind of see. Isn't that what they've been telling us for the past couple of years? I have to see myself in the thing, have to be represented. Well, I'm representing all the folks that try to clean stuff at fix stuff at home. Okay. Whatever you identify as, I'm representing you. You see me? Okay. And the rest of you folks who are perfect, well, hey, it must be nice to be perfect. All right. Next up, we're gonna still be on the Kirby. All right, and we're gonna still be on the Kirby because I have to do a bag. So let's get that out the way. All right, let's get it out the way. All right. Cool. But yeah, like I said about the first guy we were talking about, for those of you who don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, this guy came on, I was playing him just now, and he was talking about that just because we don't agree, we shouldn't hate each other. Now, I agree with that. You know what I mean? If I'm going to hate you, let it be because you did something like you hurt my kids or something. Um, not because you like vanilla and I like, praline. No, actually, no, dulce de leche, Haagen-Dazs. Don't know if it's real ice cream, but it tastes pretty good. Listen, I don't know if you guys have experienced what I've been experiencing with ice cream lately, right? It's been soft. What I mean is, if ice cream is in the freezer, okay, you take it out, you scoop it. You're supposed to let it defrost a little bit, at least I think, because it's like it got real cold, right? But lately, it doesn't matter how long you had the ice cream in the freezer. I get my little ice cream scooper and I can just go dig in and go scoop. And I'm like, now is it me or is this thing, or am I not eating like real ice cream? Because I'm saying, what? Man, what'd you do? Like engineer the ice cream to like, hey, listen, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We want folks to be able to get their ice cream out the fridge and just eat it right away. So we got this new chemical that we're putting in our ice cream. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to defrost it. You could just, because, oh man, I don't know if I'm the only one going through this. I might be just seeing things. Okay. All right. Kirby back. Oh, shite. Oh, man. All right, here we go, folks. Hey, listen, I hope you're having a good day. All right. I hope you're having a great day. Do not let people get under your skin. And don't let someone make you disown your family because they don't think like you, okay? All right? You understand? Don't let these people drive you to madness, okay? All right. Next up. All right. Let's take this off. I'm gonna take this off. This is the taking off the what do you call it? The zippy thing, the zip tie thing, the lock. Taking this off. Use a flathead, use some leverage, and go pop, 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 pop. All right. Then I am going to get my little uh, flathead screwdriver, which is my all favorite multi-purpose tool. Okay. Flatheads can be used for many things. Flathead screwdrivers come in handy for many things. Now, some of you, ooh, you may notice this going on with your bag, right? Where you have your bag on, but for some reason, dust is still building up in your bag. It's like, what the hell? This could be the reason. Could be because the bag tore at the bottom. Now, the very new Kirby's, okay? They don't come with this. The new Kirby's come with the Platinums. Now, I'm not telling you to change your Kirby to buy a Platinum, but I will recommend upgrading the bags section of your Kirby if you like. You could probably call the Kirby distributor. I don't think they sell this to us yet, but take a look at this. It will eliminate this problem. This is the new Platinum Kirby, right? Can you see it? And if you look on the inside, okay, you see it all the way at the bottom there? Golly, man, can't really see it too well. Can't really see it too well. But this thing right here is a muffler kind of. It's something like this. Something that looks like this, but black. You see this here? This is something you will put at the exhaust of a central vacuum unit. Let me put it up this way. How's that? You can see it this way. So it's a plastic tube that is a lot stronger than what we're looking at here. They've used this since the last time they had something hard like this was in 1984. Okay, I believe, and before that, actually, okay. Let me go back. Actually, after the Cinetronic, which is the unit that just dumps out, right? I think they had an adapter bag that was hard, had a hard inner tube. Then I think the Tradition had the same thing, a hard inner tube, right? It was oval at the adapter port. I think the Heritage had a hard inner tube, and the Heritage 84, I believe, is when they started using these kind of tubes like these. Okay. Now the new tubes are even the tubes that came after this are stronger, but I can imagine that this is even stronger. This is hard again. They went back to the past. Okay. But now what they did is they add a little twist thing at the bottom here. You can just pop it on. It's similar to the way the top looks. God, it's hard. I know you can't see it too well, man. This phone, coño. But it's a harder tube. So all you really have to do, to me, is buy the mini emptor and this tube here, and you can upgrade your Kirby. And now I want you to also notice that they don't use. If you look at the top here, they don't use they don't use this now. Okay, they went back again to. I applaud Kirby for this. They went back to the old school clip twist. Okay, they went back to the old school twist. All right, and they no longer use the F style. Now you can still use the F style bags because the F style allow you to use that little clip-on thing and the twist. So the F style bag is still good. But yeah. But anyway, that's that. All right. So now for this particular case, here's a problem I'm going to run into, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to solve this problem. Okay. Watch this. I hope I didn't got confused anybody on that one because I would have definitely done that. I might just do that with the Kirby because I really don't like messing with the inner tube. I'll be honest with you. All right, let me get all this crap out the way. So all this stuff was collected in the bag. Where's my garbage can? Okay, now watch. Watch what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna end up having to cut this. Okay. Can't find my cutter, but I'll use this because it has a tiny little cutter section on it. So I'm gonna cut this off. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what's on here and the problem I'm going to run into because Kirby no longer sells this. Okay, at least to my knowledge they don't. Let me do a check because I could be. You know when you're thinking something and you're like, am I remembering this right? Am I remembering this right? Kirby. Let me go through my stuff. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go to my portal here. Bags, parts, cloth parts. All right, let's see if I have inner tube bags, mini emptor tray, bellows, clamps, holders, parts. Let me go here. Let me go here. My bad. No, actually, I can still get that. I can still get that, guys. Huh. I can still get that. Yeah, this is my card. I can still get that. I think what it was is that it was out of stock. I still don't like them. And if you don't like them, you want to change them, I'm gonna show you how to. I'm gonna show you how to change it. All right. I'm gonna show you how to change it. All right. Hey, listen, I have no problem correcting myself, man. I am not ideologically captured. Okay, where it's like, no, I gotta find a way to describe it differently. No, I was wrong. I thought these were out. Okay, so here we go, guys. So you can just you can get a blade and just cut this away. I'm just gonna pull it for a second here. Okay. Let's get this off of here. My little trusty flathead again, which can do just about anything. See that? I got my little ties off. Now look, So let's say you want, oh man, let's say you want a stronger tube, right? Like this. Where's my strong tube at? Ay, caramba. Look here. This one I like better, right? I like the new ones way better, but this one is stronger. The only problem with this one is that this one is not designed to fit on this guy. See that? Okay. So you can just order your twist tube like regular, right? No problem, right? And twist it on, okay? Lock it in with the little zip tie thing, all right? Little zip tie you can get from Lowe's. Okay, see how you could twist this off? Hold on, let me, might be tight on here. I might twist it in. I'm tightening the damn thing more. Guys, I'm tightening it more. Oh my God. Ah. Come off. Get out of here. All right. Oh, I see. You see all this crap? The hell? Damn, bro. Gosh. Let's get this out of here. Okay. So here's a part that's funky, right? Here's the funky part. This is probably the part of the Kirby, I think, out of all the parts of the Kirby, that is the least interchangeable. What I mean is, you can put a G5 head onto a diamond Kirby. You could put a diamond head on the G5 Kirby. You could put on the G3 Kirby. You can use any one of these outer bags, and they could all fit on the Kirby. All of them would fit on the Kirby. All the brushes would fit. There's only a few little tweaks that you may have to do with the brushes, but all the grills would fit. I'm talking from 1990 to today, all right? So that's still a good bit. All the handles will click in, all that good stuff, okay? All the chambers for the fan chambers, except for, you know, the gasket area or whatever. But the fan chambers would fit. But this, the way they did this, is that this is probably the only part that the inner tubes don't quite work together. Oh, damn it. I gotta tell the stage guy where to have all these guys placed. All right, this is my X's right here. Okay. All these inner tubes don't quite work together, so you have to get the right inner tube, because it also coincide with the adapter. See, because like this is a G3 adapter. Okay, this can still take the twist. This can also take the twist. This is work on a G3. But this guy here will not fit on either this guy, which is a Avalier style. Okay. This is too small for this guy. Golly, man, you can't see it. There you go. It's too small for this guy. All right. It's not gonna fit on this guy, and it will only fit on this guy right here. You see that? And then the way the twist works, they won't fit. Even this new Kirby, that one, you're gonna need the mini emitter that fits this to go with this. So that inner tubing is probably the most what's that word? When you segregate. We only stick with our kind. You know, the rest of the Kirby can be integrated, right? But this guy is like, nah, dude. Nah, man, you're not from this hood, bro. You can't hang. That's the only one that's like that, you know? That's like crazy. Man, I wonder if they did that on purpose. So it doesn't even matter what color. All the colors, man, it doesn't matter, right? It's the tube that doesn't work on the different ones. It's like, nah, we're not doing that. So if I'm gonna switch this out for this one, I'm gonna have to get the twist and twist this on, okay, and then these guys can stay together. But if I wanted something else, I would literally have to swap out the mini emptor, and they have this mini emptor, maroon color that looks like this. They have this one that looks just like this. I think the mini emptors for the G3s are sold like this. I don't even think they sell this mini emptor anymore. So if this broke on your Kirby, okay, you would have to upgrade everything when it comes to your bag system. If this broke, if this old style of Kirby broke, okay, and you wanted to buy a new mini emptor, you would also have to get the matching inner tube and the matching adapter. Now, here's the difference with this adapter and this. This adapter comes in two different formats: the twist, like you see here, and the snap on, like you see here. Okay, where you just push it up and snaps it on. All right, and that's what this is. Okay, this is the snap on. Even though it looks more like this part is different. Watch this. No joke. Comes out, he's like, why is this even important? It's not really important. I'm just making it, man, because it's what I'm working on. All right, it just happened to be what I'm working on, so I'm just mentioning it. But here, let me make sure it's not as clean looking as I would like it. Okay, here, look, see. So see that? So this is the snap on. Okay, and this is the twist. See? So I would have to not only change my mini emptor, I would also have to change the adapter if I want this stronger inner tube. Okay? And for some people, they have to go to this because, again, Kirby don't sell this style anymore. They're probably going to be moving over to eliminating this and only sell this. So just be prepared for that. All right. Okay. That's done. That's done. I'm testing a few things. I have a backpack that has no power, and I have to find out what the hell's going on. So I think I'm going to be working on that right now. Okay. And if anyone have a question on a vacuum, hey man, what the hell, man? I got my vacuum. It's not doing this. Hell. Then just ask me the question, and I'll do what I can to answer it. Let me go look over at the chat. I haven't been there in a minute. It may be no one there. It may just be my regular crew pop back in. My regular crew normally comes in around 10 o'clock. My Monday shows are early, so just all right. Monday shows are early. I'm normally here at 10:30. Except we had a race Saturday, so I didn't record anything Saturday. And the building I was at, signal was nasty. So I was like, all right, man, I'm just gonna watch my race, enjoy everyone, and I was trying to see if I even had. I don't think I recorded on this phone. I didn't record on this phone, but these are my boys. These are my boys at the race. So that's where we were hanging out. But I thought I recorded one of the races, and but he got a PR, so I'm excited for him. He got a PR, personal record on the 1,000 meter race. Okay, very intense. Okay, next up, let's keep it rocking and rolling. I gotta plug this in. I had to check this here. This was a this is a Electrolux that I had to check, and I wanted to see what was wrong with it. A lot of times, you know, their machine, this Electrolux have a sensor. It's a air pressure vacuum sensor, and there are no this particular sensor itself. It'll feed back to a circuit board, but the sensor itself, it doesn't have any components. It's just a chamber, a round chamber with a few ports, and one port would go towards the bag chamber. Another port would go towards the entrance for the brush. Another port goes towards the motor area, I believe, and it detects if there's a change in the pressure, if there's suction problem. It's really if one of those chambers are cut off, right? That means it can't. I guess it can't pull air from the chamber. Or remember I explained to you about the shark earlier today, about the way the sharks work with the vacuum chamber, and if it's clogged, it'll start pulling at the spring, and it makes a sound. The way this one works, because I hope I'm explaining it relatively right. If let's say there's a filter here, okay, and if this filter is dirty, I don't have a dirty one here. If this filter is like completely cut off, that means no more air can pull. It can't push air out. Let's say the air can't escape. You're gonna have a buildup of pressure inside your chamber. Okay, that will trigger the sensor, and because that sensor is triggered, then that'll make your machine not turn on. Okay, if the hose has a clog, it'll trigger the pressure sensor, and that pressure sensor will send a signal to your little mini circuit board, and it'll shut the machine off, and you won't be able to have any suction. Because sometimes you think your machine is broken, and all it is clogged when it comes to these guys. And the same thing when it comes to the shark. Okay, it's just clogged. All right. Now the clog could be something with the bag. Maybe there's dirt in the motor. The clog could be in the hose, or the clog could be a filter. Okay, and that's how it works. Yeah. I wonder how this stands up to our suction test. I have a suction meter deal. Let me see. I'll use this one first. Let me try this guy. Let me see if I can try this guy. I'm gonna put him right here, and I have this little thing I put here, right? And I'm gonna test the. I'm gonna test it out. All right, how many feet per minute this thing can pull? Okay, now 15, 14, 12, 14, 15 should be good, nice and strong. Let's what we got. Turn it on. You know what's funny, guys? I think we got a problem with this machine. You notice it just turned on just now? Did you notice this thing just turned on? And now it's not turning on? Well, guess what? Let's throw these things off of here. Let's get these guys off of here. Let's see, man. We're gonna have to dive into a real mystery. This is what the channel is all about, man. Let's figure out what the hell just happened here. This thing was just working, okay? It was just working. No tricks. No tricks. The light, oh shit. The light is on, it's plugged in, okay? The light is plugged in. We just worked it. Now, this is what I'm gonna do first, though. I'm gonna check the switch over here. I want to make sure this is tripped. This is your what do you call that? Micro switch that, or not even a micro switch. It's an actual real switch that turns to on when this is pushed down. So it's not even a micro switch, it's an actual on and off switch. So let's make sure this is triggered, right? You know, like triggered, like the people in class is triggered. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of these people, but I can't, I can't act like it's, I can't act like stuff like that is legit, um, because then I'll be promoting weakness, and we got to move towards being a much more strong-minded people. We can't go in the opposite direction. All right, so I won't promote it. So I poke at it only to kind of like let people, you know, yeah, you're right. You know, they call you a name. What the hell, right? You got to be strong. All right, so here we go. See that? Okay. So let's find out, man. Let's find out which one of these things are screwing up. Let's see. Okay, let's unplug it first. Something is wrong, and we have to find out what it is. It's not apparent. Okay, you can't like all of a sudden just say this is the reason. Now here's the thing: this is a clean filter, so this might not be the issue. Okay, I don't say it's not the issue only because I didn't get inside to see if the hose that leads to this chamber, that hose could be clogged. You never know. Okay, so the problem can still be over here. Okay, all right. Let's move this bag. The bag is a brand spanking new bag. Okay, so the bag is not clogged up, so that's can't be the problem. So we're doing a process of elimination, right? All right. I don't see here or crud in this section here, so I don't think. Oh God, you know what? Let me do this. Let me move this down here. Let me move this down. Let's move this down here. Oh yeah, guys, that's much better. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, guys, don't forget like and subscribe. All right. if you like the content. If you don't like the content, what do you do, right? Hopefully you like it. Hopefully I'm doing a good job and you're learning something from it. All right, so here we go. What else we see? Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to use this guy here. Okay, and I am going to pull this guy out. I kind of like this, and I kind of like, I don't like it. I like it because it's creative. You're connecting the top and bottom of this canister with a slider, not a screw, not clips. So that's creative. What I don't like about it is a pain in the ass. I'm serious. Let me show you. So I can still give it applause. It's like when some people talk about the president, right? It's like, well, yeah. I mean, he's right. But damn it, man, he's so arrogant. you know, you can't let that get in your way, right? Oh, he's like, can you be objective? I just don't like how he says that. Like, okay, no, but is he correct or is it the job? Is he doing a good job? Well, the way he does his thing. It's like, okay, I see what you're saying. You're caught up in the feeling stuff. All right, so I don't like. This is a pain in the ass. So I can applaud the creativity of this lock. Oh my gosh! Every time I try to take this out, let me see if I can show you what I'm doing. God, it's hard to do it from this angle because I need my leverage to pull. But for the camera to see, I have to do it this way. And I don't know if I'm strong. Oh yeah, well maybe I can at least do this side. See what I'm doing here? See that? Okay. See that? So I just took it out. Now sometimes it's really hard. So that's why I was saying I needed leverage. Yeah, Yeah, this one. So this is what I'm gonna have to do with this. I'm gonna peel this back so I don't rip the rubber. So I'm gonna peel it back a little bit like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna do my best. Oh, this one. All right. Woo-hoo! Man, we're striking it good today, guys. All right. We're striking it good today. Now here we go. Why do some people fight the rules instead of learning them? That is a nice question. I put it in the chat right there. Why do some people fight the rules instead of learning them? Some people complain about the rules of the game rather than learning the game. Like kids. Kids want to break the rules rather than learning rules and obeying the rules, right? Well, you learn the rules first, then you can know if you can do something with them. I'm going to pull this out of here. Okay. And let's start seeing what's going on. Now, the moment you lift this up, guys, I'm going to let you know something. You're probably going to yank out a tubing or two. So I recommend that you take your time if you're going to mess with something like this. Or any machine for that matter that you're going to just open up, like the shark heads are like that. There's a wiring that connects to the nozzle of the circuit board and the shark head, and if you just yank it off, you can just yank that out. And if it's in a particular angle, you may even rip out the connectors, the soldering. Okay, so you have to take your time. So now this one, I'm just gonna wiggle. Okay, now you see the tube I was telling you about? This is one of the tubes. See that? Now see how black it is in here? This is carbon from the carbon brush. See that? Man, look at that, I can tag. See. Okay, so now if I peek over here, if you peek up here, see that? You see this? You see this little mechanism right here? That's that chamber I was telling you about. Okay. So I'm gonna purposely disconnect this from there. Okay. And don't be too afraid of like the which side stuff. I'm gonna show you if you really kind of can do it in order. This is what I mean. Look. Watch this. This is what I mean by doing it in order. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is in the middle. So that's in the middle. See that? This is in the middle. Okay. This is on this side. So this tube is on that side. And this is on this side. So this tube is on this side. So don't fret if you took this apart. If you're working on this, you took it apart, or you're brand new working on cleaners and stuff like that, and it's like, damn, what do I do? You know, I forgot how to put it back. Just look at it that way. Just visualize it that way, okay? All right. So let's, what the hell's going on, man? Okay. Now, I have the privilege of being able to just hardwire machines sometimes to just get the power to see if my motor is the problem. And sometimes I have extra parts. I can swap out parts real quick just to see if the part is a problem. Let's say I have 2 tanks and I suspect the tank is the problem. A lot of times I'll have an extra tank and I'll say, let me try this one. Pop a tank on. Oh, well, damn, it's working. So maybe the tank is the problem. So I can do quick verifications that way. And when you're at home or when you're brand new working on these machines, you don't have a system like that because you don't have enough inventory to just swap things out. All right. So hold on. I'm just looking for one of my little rags here because I kind of want to wipe this down a little bit. I hate working with the stuff is too mucky and messy. It throws off some of my thinking. And I find myself sometimes cleaning things before I work on them. Not, you know, I don't think mechanics even worry about stuff like that. you know, mechanics don't worry about that stuff, man. Clean this before I work on it. Man, look. Lady, you should have washed your car before you got in it. But it helps me think a little bit clearer when the stuff is not all dirty and stuff. That's my own. That's my own thing, right? And it's not even that it's good or bad. It's just a thing, right? So now, let's assume this filter, this sensor was the problem. Okay, what part of this sensor would be the problem? You know why I'm asking that question? Because remember I checked the chamber of this, and there was nothing. There's nothing in the chamber that was blocked. So the one that goes from here to the chamber shouldn't be an issue. The one in the middle, right? This one shouldn't be an issue because this one goes to this. This goes to this. Okay? So this shouldn't be an issue. I shouldn't see a problem here, right? Okay? And if you really think about it, it kind of connects to what's happening here. This here is this whole mechanism. Okay? This whole mechanism runs this. This guy is going all the way up front to where the hose is. And the reason I'm cleaning him out also, I want to make sure there's nothing inside that can, and it's possible. Look at there's some dust in there. I don't know if you can see it. You see how caked up that is right there? That white stuff is all caked up. Okay? Yeah. So let me see something. I'm going to blow these things out, but this one looked like it's really bad. This looked really bad. So I might do something with this, but this may not be the problem. But still, just because, all right? It's like, just because, guys, all right? Now, I want to get underneath here to the bottom section of this, all right? And so the way I'm going to do that is there are two clips here. See right here and here? Once I dislodge this area, it's going to free up this bottom section. All right? Okay? All right. So let me pull this guy out a little bit. So this is for the chamber. Okay? And I'm sure if we kind of blow through this and we look through it, this guy is pretty clear. There's nothing obstructing this guy here. So I'm doing a process of elimination. All right? Okay. He's okay. Let's assume he's okay. I'm going to take the little sensor out. You know what that's my little reminder to check. Look at my little stocks. make sure everything's good. All right, I hope Sam's taking care of that. And look at this. This is even spring loaded, guys. There's a spring inside of here. This guy, you see the blue? That blue is a spring. That blue is a spring. It's kind of using the same mechanism as the sharks. See that? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get my trusty little guy that has a blower on it. I mean, I could use a Kirby too. Kirby uses a blower. You know what? I could probably use a Kirby. I could probably use a Kirby because the inflator tool is probably small enough to help me with these tubes here. The other one is just a hose about this big, and the air is coming out like that. The Kirby has an inflator tool that could probably just help me zero in on some of this stuff. All right, so let me move this to the side. I still want to take care of that. Okay. All right, let me hit a guy one more time. I never even finished hearing what he was saying. Um, I never finished hearing what he was saying. What was his name? Let me find him again while I fix this. I'm gonna have to move him ahead. Hold on.
Channel. I'm 55, retired, and this is my
Okay.
country. And our country should be proud of us at the same time. For one, but I'm just seeing more and more that it's now becoming normal to argue.
I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened, man. I can't hear him anymore. I don't know. They're trying to shut me down. You're trying to shut me down, man. I don't know. I can't hear him. I guess I can't. I guess I can't worry about it then. Anyway, hey, so I had an interesting thought. I had an interesting thought, and I wanted to see if anyone would ever even think about this. This is clear too. This is not obstructed. Remember how they always tell us that the victors write history, right? And you notice, I wonder if the same thing happened then, while these different historical events were undergoing. That right in the middle of the event, history is distorted, like right while it's happening. And the people that are control of the narrative of the time is spinning it the way they want to spin it, regardless of what the people are saying. You understand? So when we think the victor writes history, we forget that it may not just necessarily be the victor of that war. Is whoever is the victor, I think, is the one who controls the narrative. Ah, damn. Wayne, this thing is so milky soft. It's ridiculous. Ay, caramba. I did it. I broke it. But anyway, I broke it. I broke it, guys. I'm not happy about that. But anyway, yeah, whoever's writing the narrative is the real victor, not just the who won the war. Right? Let's say the United States won a war. Okay, so we're the victor, right? But if a portion of the United States want to write it differently, then the people that study this history 50 years from now, they're gonna read about the war different than the way it happened. You see what I'm saying? I just saw. It's like you just saw a story, right, about the young lady in Minneapolis. We just saw it, and you get one perspective, right, and then you get another perspective. I'm talking like visual, and then you get a third perspective. You say, Then you get a fourth perspective. You understand? But by the time that fourth perspective is coming out, it's already been written in the newspapers a certain way. And if our guys back then, later in the future, are reading the stuff that's written, whatever the colleges are teaching then as to what happened is what the people back then, 50 years from now, is going to believe happened. not, not what happened, right? Not what happened, not the facts of what happened, It's our interpretation of what happened and what it means to us as a society. So it's you see. So if you see it being twisted in real time, just imagine when they're learning about it 50 years from now, 60 years from now, 100 years from now. So what about when we look back on our history? How that's been not only rewritten in the time that it was happening, but then taught differently today. So it's weird, man. It's very strange to me, right? How easy we can just talk about the same thing that we saw, and literally we're seeing different things. So the guy was saying just now about tree, we can both say that this is objectively a tree, right? That's what he was saying in the video. And he said, why can't we both call this a tree? Why are we seeing the world so differently? so so that's kind of how I see it, man. Like you got, let's say January 6th or something, right? And some people see the people inside the building. Some people only want to see the outside the building. They don't want to see the inside the building. I had a friend here at my shop, and I showed him the guy that was giving the fist bump to this guy. He got arrested or something, and he walked in. He was like, "Oh my God, I'm arrested." And then he was like, So if I'm on the outside watching that guy get arrested, I'm like, oh, shoot, they got that guy, right? Damn, they got that guy. And then they got him in the building, and then the cops are standing around, and then he was like, "All right, man," and he just he walked off. I was like, "Whoa, what just happened?" Because if I just the way I visualize it as if I was outside the building watching him get arrested, and then I was walking behind him, and then I saw them do that. I would be like, "What the hell just happened?" Right? Did he get a? He didn't. What happened? Are these guys working again? That's what I would think, right? So I showed it to him, and he was like, no. I saw his brain short circuit because he was so focused on. He said, "I know what I saw, man. I saw the damage." I was like, "Yeah, I know what you saw, bro. I'm not saying that this thing didn't happen. I'm not even saying that the people who walk through a window or whatever don't deserve to get whatever their punishment is or whatever. I'm just saying that you're not. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, man. I'm seeing somebody. There were people there doing things and egging on the crowd, man. I said, if you think that, let's say you talk about Charlotte or something like that, and man, he was talking about, man, people were putting bricks in the road, and people throwing windows, and you had these people going around painting stuff on the walls, and they're not even from that area. I'm like, yeah, right. You're right. Isn't that right? Don't you think that's right? Right? A lot of these riots, people are not even from that area. They're being they're being organized. So you don't think that happened there too? You don't think people are being the crowd mentality? People are manipulating the crowd. You don't think so? Short circuit. Nah, man, it's all right though, man. I love the guy, man. It's just that I play with this because I'm like, come on, guys, this we gotta wake up. Guys, we got to go in the cab. I'm like, who's this guy? People are like, no, don't listen to him. You didn't see that though, right? It's like, yo, this was orchestrated, man. The same way these riots are being orchestrated. People being paid, man. Not everybody. Yeah, of course not everybody. You don't need everybody to be paid. Just like a crowd, you don't need everybody in that crowd to go nuts. You just need one or two people to ignite it. boom, and everybody like, yeah, tear down. You need one guy to kick the door, and then the next guy is gonna say, all right, he can't get in. He kicked the door. I'm gonna smash it in. Then the next guy is gonna say, man, shoot, I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna smash it. Then all of a sudden, bam, you break through the door. You don't need everybody to be paid, bro. You just need to ignite it. Just like a laughter in a comedy show, just like why movie theaters are so much better to go to a movie theater. Because the laughter is contagious and we all laugh, right? And then everybody feels comfortable, expressing themselves, It's crowd mentality, man. That's how it is. You ever watch those talk shows? Guys are like, what the hell, man? When are you gonna fix the vacuum? Man, guys, you're just taking a little step into my universe, man. I'm just going off, man. Don't mind me. He's just stepping into my shop while I'm working. That's all. So yeah. Anyway, you ever see those talk shows, right, where the guy's not funny or the girl's not funny or the joke is not funny? Everybody's laughing, right? And obviously, we know there's applause lines and all the other crap, but I'm like, you all thought this was funny? All of you thought it was funny? You know the ones I really like when that single guy is laughing, like, like he is that guy's laughing. Like a comedy show is different because a real comedy show, it's still the same because some people laugh with you like that. But a real comedy show, there's no applause line. So when people start laughing, like going nuts, they're really laughing, going nuts. But the ones that are like the late shows or whatever, and they're all in uniform, all the laughs are happening at the same time, you know what I mean? And then you got that one guy that's like laughing, like it's ridiculous. Now, I like that because it feels like he got the joke a little harder than the rest of the guys are like laughing on cue. He is going, oh no, get out. That one guy, I'm like, okay, he's real. The rest of these guys they're just following orders. That's the real, that guy got the joke. That guy got the joke, man. But the rest of them, like, come on, dudes, that was dry. That wasn't funny. Come on, cut it out. Dumb stuff. Or they're all applauding. They're all applauding at like something stupid. And I'm like, why are you guys clapping at that? That's ridiculous, right? They got the applause line. Anyway, don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just mouthing off right now. You know what I want to do, man? You know what I'm tempted to do? I want to see this carbon brush, man. Would you agree with me? There's entirely too much carbon on this thing. It's way too much. It's way too much. This is way too much. This is way too much, man. I want to see what's in here. I want to see what it looks like. I swear, this is enough. I got one more. You know what else? You know what? Say this is way too much. So was I reading or was I hearing a report? They were talking about how much money was being, like the post office or the planes. I think it was the plane, TSA, and they were saying how much money was getting sent overseas, right? And it was like millions and I'm like, who the hell ships money? But I remember a guy told me, I went to Antigua, right? I went overseas, and the guy was telling me how he was getting his money out of Canada. All right, he had a lot of property there and all that. And he said, man, I just had to take my money out the bank. He says I couldn't wire it because they were going to try to charge me extra money not just because of the wire fees, but because I'm taking it out the country. And he said I had to physically take my money out. I was like, really? So with my mind, I'm not thinking that you would put that much cash in, uh, a suitcase or something. I'm not. But they were saying that TSA was picking up like millions of dollars. Not they're not confiscating it. Millions of dollars of cash in suitcases. So so someone was like, so did you guys didn't think that was like a bit much? you, it didn't dawn on you that like, hey Fred, don't you think that's a bit much? It's like, this is like the third suitcase this month. Oh my god, man. Yo, we are clowns, bro. We're clowns, man. We're clowns. We are. We're silly. We're silly. You know what? Someone should have told that guy. There was a guy that went on, right? The Minnesota guy. Guy went on, and he was the guy with the Nike cap and the glasses. So, so again, a bit much, right? So, he's there doing the press conference, right? Then he's holding up a sign. And he's like, "Where's my sign?" Is he know there's a lady behind him holding up a sign, but he's reading his statement. And then he says the guy went through the wall, and and he took all the documents, and he took some checkbooks that we written out the checkbook. he took employee logs, and I'm like, oh, okay. So let's say I'm on his side, right, on this one. I would be like, oh, damn, bro. If they took that stuff, they took evidence, and they're going to use it against this guy in a couple of days. I think by tomorrow, they're going to drop some evidence because they took the proof, right? Damn, if I was on his side. Think about it for a second. I mean, really think about it. If I was on his side, right, I would be like, oh, man, I hope he didn't do nothing because they took his employee records. They took the records of the kids. They took his checkbook. They didn't take his money, but they took all that evidence. Damn, man, I hope they're going to drop it on the news tomorrow. But if it's someone that hates you, right? Why would they take the evidence and not use it? Because he said it's because of these people and the report, and they put this hate against us. All right, if the people hate you, that information would have just busted out, man. They would right now we'd be reading about the list of all the people that he wrote checks to prove that he was fraudulent. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that they're being investigated and all that evidence disappeared and it did not resurface. Okay. You tell me I'm being silly. So if I was on his team and he was about to say the speech, I would have been like, I don't know, man. I think that's a bit on the nose. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't mention all the evidence they'll be looking for. Maybe we shouldn't mention all of it. Maybe we shouldn't mention that. Maybe we should leave that out. Maybe we should. Maybe we should mention the 3 things they'll be looking for: our checkbook, records of where our money's going, records of our employees that work there, records of the people that our child care sign up people. Maybe we shouldn't. Don't mention all 3. Like mention 1. Mention that he took checks out the checkbook, or something. Just mention that. Don't mention the employee records of the kids. Yeah, it's a bit much. I think it's a bit much. So anyway, the only reason I started down that rant, I was saying that this carbon might be a bit much. So maybe I should investigate. The motor is a bit much. This guy, my Mondays are crazy, guys. You could tell I'm a little nuts, right? Because I'll be in here talking to myself, laughing at my own stuff because it's so funny inside my head, all right? Then I'm like, how stupid these people think we are, man. Oh my God. They must think we're stupid, man. Damn it. All right, I want to take a peek at one of these carbon brushes, man. I'm gonna take a peek at one. This one right here. I'm gonna take a peek at it. It's not plugged in. Yep. All right. This is a double check. I'm just gonna pry it open a little bit. Okay. And I'm gonna pry this one open just a little bit, not too much. All right. And I'm just gonna see the spring on the inside. I want to see how wore down this thing is, because it looked like it was just burning way too much. Give me a sec. Oh man, guys, no, I don't want to do an advertisement. Monroe Vacuums, I can help you. Hello. Oh. Yes. What we don't have on hand, we can order if it's still available. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me verify that. Okay. I believe we do, but I don't want to. I don't want to say yes until we. Give me 1 second, please. Let me see something. Okay. All right. Now, I think most of the crevice tools do fit the same. They have the same fitting. So I am going to see if we can get just a basic crevice tool for the Bissell and with a little spray. Yeah. 1 second here. Attachment. Okay. All right. So yeah, we do have that I can ship out. But on hand, they would probably have to give me a call back a little later for me to see if I have something on hand that they can pick up today. You know? 18. I believe you still have one that's 15, but they're about 18 to be safe. So I can always reduce, you know. Yeah, go ahead. Actually, you know what? I can still work something out, but I don't want to say yes. But yeah, I can definitely work something out. That's not a problem. You know, are they ordering from online or are they local? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, right now that's where it's at right now. I don't want to overpromise anything. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Guys, you see why you can't over get mad and stuff, because I was already like a little irritated because I get so many bot calls, and that was that was Google, and I'm like, oh man, Google, man, you guys keep calling trying to get me to pay for more advertisement and all this stuff, and I was already ready to be like, and then all of a sudden they're translating. Like, duh, Wayne. Dude, careful, man. It's a good thing I didn't like, I'm not interested, you know. Um, uh, you can tell when people have been battle fatigue, you know, with stuff, because they just had so much of something like shoved in their face. Um, After a while, it's like, you just prejudge real quick. It's just human nature, man. It's like, oh man, not another one. Oh my gosh. And then you may prejudge too soon. And the people get mad at you for prejudging, but they didn't realize how much you went through. But if you ask them about something, they'll tell you, well, it's my lived experience and all this other stuff. And it's like, exactly. So from my lived experience, not what I've been propagandized to think, from what I actually experience, this is why I kind of prejudge on that one. You understand? There's a difference. So some people say it's their lived experience, and it's all their propaganda. Like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like people talk, okay, I'll give you one. Let's say black people. Some people's lived experience, they're not around a lot of black people. But they've been propagandized about black people. They probably saw a video somewhere in some crazy ass city and some black kids going nuts, right? Same thing about white people. A lot of black people have never dealt with white people, and like for real, you know. But they have this preconceived notion from propaganda or their relatives. Now, I deal with everybody in here. I'm talking Asian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Colombian, Venezuelan, Jamaican, New York transplant to the South, born in the South people, come from California people, come from Texas people. Oh, I'm talking everybody. Positive. If I reacted to people the way they try to propagandize me about people, I wouldn't be able to relate to these people. So my lived experience is people are people. You got some idiots. You got some really nice folks. You have some thoughtful people. You have some inconsiderate people. That's just across the board, man. But I will tell you this. Culture has a lot to do with the way people behave. What's accepted in their culture, what's permitted, what's excused, has a lot to do with the way people behave. You know, but you can't really blame people for having a prejudgment for some things, because if they actually lived it, right, and they've like me, I'm dealing with all these bots calling me and shit. So then I get a phone call and it looks like a bot. Man, my patience is very thin with that, you know. And I still, you know, you try not to mess up and prejudge too much, because it could be someone who has nothing to do with it. Someone very nice, and it's like, oh my God. So now it was a service. Imagine if I was nasty to that lady. It's a service that's translating, and it was Google, and I thought it was trying to sell me again. So I was apprehensive just now, you know. I saw a comedian. He was funny. The comedian said, right? He said, man, I'm not going to do it as good as he did. He said, it's messed up. Oh my God. The lady, she got on the elevator or something like that, and she was clutching her purse, right? And I was like, I can't believe that just because I got in the elevator and I'm black, she gonna be clutching her purse. He says, and I was pulling, and she was pulling back, and I was pulling. So he set the audience up. They thought it was gonna be like, oh, just because I'm black, she's clutching her purse, and he was trying to take her purse. He said, I was pulling, she was pulling, and it was like, that was clever, man. That was funny. He got me on that one. Oh my God. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that thing about history I said earlier, honestly, I think that's for real though. I think whoever's controlling the narratives, whoever controls the means of communicating to the people, they're the ones that's rewriting things. Not necessarily the country that won. The people within that country that writes what they want to write, and they'll report what they want to report. And in real time, we're seeing history change right in front of us in real time. So imagine what it is by the time that thing reaches all the way down, 5,500 years from now. Totally different history. George Floyd's going to be a freedom fighter. He's going to be fighting tyranny. These cats turn anybody into their damn. Everybody is. It's messed up happening on George Floyd, man. You don't want that to happen to anybody. Just like the lady, you don't want that to happen to that lady in Minnesota. But it's like, why you guys have to do this, man? Why you guys have to always? You guys have to always do this, man. Like we can't see the spin, man. I mean, damn. Now I have to make jokes about this shit and make me seem like I'm insensitive. And I'm like, no, I'm making jokes about you guys, man. You guys. It's like, come on, man. This is so silly. But it's not silly. It's serious because now you're going to teach this to the kids. And the kids are going to grow up thinking this shit. And it's like, wow, man. It's messed up. I think that's where I get the most irritated at is that you tell that the kids are going to get proselytized. And it's like, damn, man. Guys don't get too crass, bro. Like, what would I prefer? Would I prefer a child to be patriotic to their country, or would I prefer a child to grow up thinking some nonsense about intersectional, blah 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 blah, and that they're limited and they need a safe space for every room that they're in and all this other. Would I prefer my kid to be? If I had two choices, right? You can grow up this way or you can grow up this way. Both of them, you're going to be propagandized about the greatness of this. They're going to tell you the country is great over here and you can achieve whatever you want. Just work your ass off. Sometimes you'll win, sometimes you'll lose. You're not a victim. Or do I want him to be propagandized, white supremacy, blah, blah, blah. Do I want all of that crap in his head? Or do I want him to be proud of the country he lives in and contribute back and be a good citizen and follow? And both of them, you're going to get you're going to get, what do you call that? You're going to get indoctrinated either way. Which one you want? You know what, son? Let's go down this road. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a better chance to adjust yourself here than if you went deep and you drank the Kool-Aid over here. That is fantasy world, ignorance. At least you can have a conversation over here. That's how I see it. it's that simple. Over here will tell you that you can't make it, and they'll try to get you to sign away your house, and they want to be your house to be a community house. And like in New York's craziness. They don't want you to sell your house. Here on this side, they try to get you the best interest rate for your home. On this side, talk about being successful. Learn how to learn how to do stuff yourself. Family values, all that stuff. At least you got I think you got a better chance over here. That's what I think. I think you got a better chance over here, buddy. Don't listen to these people. Oh man. All right. This is pissing me off. All right. So the motor looks fine. Motor looks fine. I have a feeling that I think the backup of the carbon was that the carbon. I think what was on here was really nasty. I think the carbon was blowing back. The carbon was blown back into the chamber. I don't think it's because it was overworking. I think it was just being blown back in. If you had seen the original thing that I had on here, you would have seen the difference. And then so this needs to be cleaned out, but I have to get onto here, and I already broke the damn clip, so I don't want to be too brutish because I have to be very delicate with it. And instead of having it up like this and taking my time, I was doing it from this angle. I really wanted the camera to catch it, but then I kind of overdid it, and I broke the clip a little bit. I'll make it work, but I just don't like I don't like that to happen like that. Okay. And these things are ultra soft, which is not good. Okay, so if you notice this tube, I'm gonna show you everything. This tube, pull back, pull back, pull back. This tube goes into here. That's part of the sensor. So I want to clean this tube out thoroughly. All right. I'm going to open this up to see what it kind of looks like inside here. I want to see if I can see it properly. And I'm just really going to be checking everything, man, because it turned on and there shouldn't be any reason why it should not turn on again. I may revisit the motor and see, but I have a sneaky suspicion it's this guy here. I think he's the guy. He's the culprit. I'm going to try to flush him out a little bit. I'm also going to double check just to make sure that we do have another one of these. I think they stopped selling them, but I don't want to say for certain. Okay, I think they were on back order at one time, so don't quote me on that one. All right. Okay. Look, guys, this life is going to be a little sloppy. You can make it as orderly as you can, but you have to be prepared that some of this stuff is not going to be as clear cut as we like it to be. And sometimes the things that are good for us, it's not going to sound good. It's not even going to taste good. It's not going to smell good. All right. And that's the way it is, man. We would love things to just sound right. Some people are so focused on things sounding right. And it's like, I get you, man. Are you more concerned about this thing sounding right, or are you more concerned about it being right? And I don't think they want it to be right, because for it to be right, it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, hard truths and all that shit. Who want all that? People want to feel good, man. And they're willing to sacrifice the truth to feel good. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? Okay, watch this. All right, I'm probably just gonna run something. I want to blow it out first. I don't want to put water in this until I blow some air through this. All right. All right, guys. We went as far as I'm going to go with this one right now. Because what I want to do, I'm gonna have to go elsewhere to do the things I want to do. I'll revisit this, don't worry. But I'm gonna take this one off the bench for now, and I'm gonna put the backpack up here, and we're gonna find out why the backpack don't have any power. I still haven't figured out why this doesn't have any power, but I think, guys, I think it's here, and I don't like how this guy is caked up in here. Okay, it looks clogged. So I'm gonna be working on that and this, and I'm not, again, I have my theory as to how this works. Okay, so when I put this back in, if anyone wants to take this out, when I put this back in, right, it's gonna work like this. There's a notch right here. Damn. There's a little notch sticking out here. And there's a notch on the inside right here. See that little notch right there? Okay. So that notch, when you line them up like this, and to put it in, when you do all of that reassembly, okay, the middle is going to go here. This is going to go on this side, and this is going to go on the other side. So let's kind of look at it like that. It's not complicated, okay? And they're cut in a way that you can't mistake the length and all that stuff, okay? So let's say, for example, if these two are cut the same, then it wouldn't matter. But if one is shorter, then the shorter one would go in the middle right here, from here to here, okay? And then the other one would connect to this. And then the long one is going to be on the side that goes into this section here. So I'm gonna put it all back together again, but I just wanted to kind of walk you through, and if anybody mess with it, they can visualize the solution. Okay, all right. So this guy is out the way. Let's move him out the way. All right, let's move him out the way, and let's get this backpack up here and see what the hell is going on with this backpack. Tell me if you think you know what's wrong with this backpack. Okay, backpacks are kind of, I like backpacks because they're kind of. Yo,
Man, how you?
I'm good, man.
Good, good. Look like you busy, man.
Yeah, what's happening with this?
There's a whole vacuum there. I don't know. It's a
Oh, I know where this is from.
vacuum.
I know who this is. Okay, thank you.
Good.
You good?
Take it easy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know who this is. I know who this is. Holy cow, I know who this is. Let's see if I can fix this. Let's see if I can fix my thing. Let's see if I can fix my thing so you guys can see better. Let me draw this out. I want you, I'm going to be doing something here. Hold on, let me shrink this. Okay, let's see if I can give you more. Can I give you more? Okay, I think that's probably as much as I can give you. Okay, guys. Let's see if we do this right. Hold on. I'm gonna fix my screen because I wanna open this real quick. How's that? Okay. Let me move this out the way. Let me bring this up. Okay, so one of our viewers, if this is what I think it is. Now, if I open this box and you see a big flash of light, then you know that, okay, I'm not here anymore. But hopefully people are not that like that. But this guy here, I don't think he would do that. No, he's a nice guy on the phone. He had a Hoover. Damn. He had a Hoover that he wanted me to look at. And oh, come on, Wayne. Let's see. All right. Again, I have to clean out these tubings, guys, for this Electrolux. So just know that's what I'm going to be working on. And put the tubes back in and clean out that. I'm going to get my air compressor deal. We're going to blow out that little sensor. But let's see what he sent me, because he wanted me to do something. I already ordered the part. But this was something that was a challenge to me. So I'm revisiting an old challenge to try to see if I can actually pull this off. Okay, so let's do this. All right. This was I've worked on this machine twice. Okay, and he says, Wayne, I'll be willing to send you this machine for you to work on for the show. And I was like, well, bet. Do it, man. And I said, listen, I'll do you one better. Okay? I'll only charge you for the part. You ship to get it here, you ship to get it back, and I'll use it for the show. And if I fix it for you, I won't even charge you for the service, man. Because I'm gonna actually use this as a learning thing. So I'm hoping this is what I think it is, because this is a great opportunity. Yes, it is. Yes, it is what I think it is. Holy cow. All right. Okay. So this is what happened here. This ripped. And he was like, man, how the hell do you get to the hose, right? Now, my thinking was that they permanently put it in there. And I'm like, man, I was really critical about it. I said, man, how the hell are you going to make this like this where we can't even change the hose? So I said, all right, let me see if I was just seeing things last time, and let's see if I can actually change the hose out of these. So this is not even in the title of the video right now, and maybe I should have made a separate video just on this, but I'm actually excited about this and I want to do it right now. So I'm gonna give it a try. All right. So if I fail, I'm gonna learn something from it and I'm gonna try again. All right. So here we go. Watch this. But hey, guys, I did like what the guy said. The guy said, look, he said what his political affiliation was. He said, it's messed up that just because of my political affiliation, I'm going to lose followers. And, you know, some people are tribal. I don't think you can stop that. But what some people are telling you is that you can't say what's on your mind because it might lose you people. And it's like, he said, why can't we have different opinions and we can still move on? You know, we all have different, anything about it, we all have different recipes. We have different ways to make steak, chicken. So just because you make steak differently, then does that warrant for that? It's like, yeah, what people doing, man? It's so intense. It's when you start messing with women and children and people's money, when people start getting pissed off at you, okay? People start getting upset. It's like they don't mind you having a different opinion, but don't start messing with this stuff, man. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, this looks fairly simple, but I could be wrong, right? So let's see. Let's see. So we got this off. Okay. I'm going to take these two. There are two screws in here. See that? Okay. So let's get that out. Okay. This is for the Hoover Spotless, guys. If anything, I may clip this and just put this out separately then. Change the hose in the Hoover Spotless. So what he said that we can do, someone told him online that they can't find the part for the Hoover Spotless. So let me see if we can find this part first. All right. Let's see if you need to replace your hose on your Hoover Spotless. Ay, caramba. Can you find this hose? All right. Let's check and see, guys. All right. Okay. Let's see. What's the model number here? What is the model number? Well, the Hoover Spotless model number is FH11201. So let's punch that in. FH11201. Enter. FH11201. FH11201. Are you serious? No, this is not it. That's not it. Let me go to my my portal. I'm gonna go to my portal, which is my service portal, and let me go into the parts catalog. Okay, and let's see if we can find this. FH11201. Well, the first place I went to, guys, was the Spotless. Fantastic. Okay, let me get schematics. Assembly schematics. Okay, great. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. So no, they didn't. No, they. Are you serious? So, let me. Can I show you what I have? Let me see something. Can I share my browser with you? Okay, I see what he ran into. I see what he ran into. Let me show you what he ran into. Can I transfer this over? Okay, you see this right here? You see right here up top? That's the schematics. Now, anytime you look at the schematics, right, it'll show you the picture like this, the diagram, and then it'll show you numbers next to the diagram. And then what it will end up doing is letting you know by the number that that part is at least listed. Okay? If you don't see the part at all, or if the part is in the diagram but it's not numbered, then that part is not available. What part don't you see in this diagram? You don't see the what? The hose. You see that? The two tanks. What is this? This is a measuring cap, I guess. I think. Okay. You see the upholstery tools. You see the adapters to the upholstery tools. You see the other upholstery tool over here to the right, bottom right. But what you don't see is you don't see a thing. Okay. And when I went to Parts Warehouse and I punched in that number, okay, I punched in FH11201. Okay. I see Sony and I see Dual Power Pro. This is an upright. That you see Black & Decker, but you don't see that part. Now, there's another way you can do it when you do this, right? Let's go home. You can just go to brand, right? You can go to, we're gonna go to Hoover. Let's move them over a little bit. Give me a second. Let me bring, come on, give me a second here. Okay, I think that works. Here we go. So we go to Hoover. Let's try this. Hello. Hello. Just give me a moment. Give me a second. All right. Hey guys, that's my call, guys. Oh man. Okay, guys, look. Come on, man. Where are you? What's going on? Are you serious? They don't have the portal on here. I don't see it. Okay, don't worry about it. All right, so let me show you what you do. So I took the screws out, okay? And now I'm gonna see if we can get this apart. Now what I'm gonna do here, okay? I'm just gonna move this a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna move it a little bit so you can see. I wanna get this hose, you can't see the hose. I wanna get this hose loose right here. I want to get that hose loose. So I'm just going to pull this hose off, but I'm going to pry it a little bit. I can't, I want to use a flathead, my trusty screwdriver. I must have dropped it. I'm gonna use the flathead to pry it off a little bit. The hose. Here's a flathead. Oh yeah, yeah. So let's pry this off a little bit. Separate. Come on, buddy. Get off here. Get off here. Now I ordered. He told me which hose to order, so I ordered because some friend said, "Oh, I gotta cut this off." Some friend said to use another hose, and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Oh, actually, I think he was online. I think he saw somebody on YouTube or somebody said to use another hose. So whoever that guy was, big ups to you for putting a video out. These videos do help. Let me see something. I had to get the little zip tie off. There was a zip tie here that was holding it in, and I had to get it off. So give me a second. Okay, so now this is loose. All right. So now the hose is loose, but then there's also a gasket on here, so I can move this gasket out the way. Okay, so this gasket is there. And then I should be able to wiggle this hose out. Let's see. Let's see, right? Should be able to wiggle out the hose, right? Can I? Can I wiggle out the hose, guys? Can it come out? What? Oh, is that what they were talking about? Is that what they were talking about? Is that what they were talking about? I think that's what they were talking about. That you can't get the hose out. Look, it's the shape of the hose, the shape of this thing here. Oh, well then they must have twisted in. Did they twist it in? How did they get this on? The only way I can think of is that they put this piece from the top. The only way I can think of, guys, is they put this here in from the top. Like this, they put it here. And then they insert the hose and they jammed it while it's in here. That's the only way I can see this working, because if it can't come out, that means it couldn't come in the first place. So this looked like a part, right? At least in my limited thinking here, is that they fit this little part in, they kind of just insert it like this, okay? And then they ram this like that. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why people are having a tough time with this, getting this out of here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if this can disconnect from in here. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna revisit this tomorrow, because I'm already getting a phone call that I was supposed to be out of here already. Let me take this. I'm taking this with me. I'm taking this Electrolux with me, and I got a few others to do today, but I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow's show. Okay, and hook up with Brienne and the rest of the crew tomorrow, and we'll have a live tomorrow morning about 10:30. So I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Okay, guys. So I gotta get out of here, guys. I ran too long already. I was just like into my own little thing. But tomorrow's show is gonna be focused on this guy. I gotta figure out a way to get inside here. Interesting. Okay. Peace and hey, Grease.